Morning, welcome to Rick T Outdoor Adventure. It's a beautiful wet morning today, fantastic considering all dry warm weather we've had lately, so it's nice to be out in forest with a little bit of, not chucking it down, but it's ticking over, but it's fantastic, it's beautiful. It feels fresh, you can smell it in the air. So we're out in forest today. And just going to go through sort of a dead easy hammock and tarp setup. There's a million ways you can set up hammocks and tarps, and it's all down to personal preference. But I don't think you've got to get too fancy, so I'm just going to show you a dead easy simple way that I tend to set some of my hammocks and tarps up. Sometimes I'll set it up a different way every time, depends how I'm feeling. It's good to have a variation of knots and a variation of techniques. But you don't have to get dead fancy, it's dead easy. And the hammock I'm going to set up today is a Snugpak Jungle hammock. This was given to me by Mark Bailey, he sent it to me. Mark Bailey's a top geezer, he's one of my YouTube mates. I've never met him in the flesh, I'll have to meet up with him one day, but he's a top bloke and he was getting a new hammock, so he's passed this one on to me. And so we're going to set that one up today. I'll probably do a review on it in a bit when I've kept in it a few more times. But we'll have a look at that today and I'll show you an easy setup hammock and tarp. Yep. Mike sent me some bits and pieces through with the hammock, as in the paracord sort of setup. So I'll show you that, and it's dead easy, dead quick, dead easy, brilliant to use. But cut my bloody finger, Anna. So I was making a basket, a bark basket the other day, or a bark container I should say, and schoolboy error, but it happens. Must be 20 odd years last time I cut myself properly with a knife, and I use a knife nearly every day. And I'm really safety conscious, me, it's always in the back of my mind, but took my eye off the ball, straight through my bloody finger, nearly chopped the end of it off, so luckily it went through on an angle. So it's folded back in on itself, and a few steri strips and what have you, and it's knitting itself back together. But it's one of them, I couldn't, you can't believe it, can you? That minute you slip and then you feel it and it's like, oh, what a dickhead. But it happens, and like I say, if you're using knives all the time, you know, but yeah. But I mean, from now I should be even bloody safer now, aren't I? Because even that, you know what I mean, it's going to have, I was lucky, you're lucky. If you get away with it, you're lucky, you know what I mean? Because, and the knife was sharp, so it was a clean cut. But, like I say, you're lucky if you get away with it, it could have been worse. So, yeah, you've got to be careful with these knives, but when you're using them all the time, you're using them on a daily basis, it's inevitable you're going to cut yourself sometime, but schoolboy error. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, great to see you all anyway, and stick with us and I'll just show you this hammock and tarp setup. It's going to be a shortish film. Have a wander out woods and get this set up. Alright, come with us, see you in a bit. I love old ruins like this, where you can see how chimney breast here. So that would have been the first floor fireplace here, the ground floor fire, and you can see where the old joists were in. Smart. 100 and odd year ago. So this would have been a row of houses here. There have been about 4 houses here, so you got about 4 families living along here. It's mad, isn't it? Just thinking back to the smells and the sounds and the, you know, the busy families cooking in the kitchens and kids running around, and yeah, it's weird. Just ghosts of time. It's like when you look at the old steps. And you look at these old steps here. And you're thinking of all the old boots and clogs and what have you that walked up them steps. Yeah, I love it. And back in those days there'd have been no trees here. This was just moorland. Yeah. Nature takes over, doesn't it? Reclaims it back. Smart. So this is a location I've used before. I've camped, I've swung an hammock between these trees and camped here several times. Decent spot. Flies are out in force today. So yeah, we're going to use these trees here, and we'll rattle it up. I'll show you how to rattle it up pretty easy, pretty quickly. Right, so we've got the Millbank bag on, or the Brown's filter bag. It's a copy of the old original ones, but brilliant, do a great job. So that's filtering us some water out. A bit more water in rivers today, not a lot but a bit, so we've got that on the go. So we're going to look at this this hammock that Mark Bailey gave me. So it's a Snugpak Jungle hammock, and it simply packs up really small, I mean, and lightweight. This is going to be my go-to lightweight hammock. I mean, look at the size of that. I could nearly shove that in my zebra billy can if I wanted. Especially if I had one of the bigger billy cans, that'd fit in. But compared to your DD hammock, great hammocks, DD hammocks and everything, but this is a damn sight lighter and smaller. And with this simple way of fastening it up that I'm going to show you, you're hardly carrying any weight. So on top of my hammock here, I've got two sets of paracord. Now these are simply set up doubled over, tied a knot, and then a knot every what, 8 inches, something like that. Something like that ish. You could tie your knots closer together if you wanted. And all we're going to do, I mean, I want my hang time quite small here today because I'm going to sit down and use it as a seat. I always have it low to the ground anyway, because I have Billy sleeping next to me underneath me, usually make him a bed. So for us, just wondering what Billy were looking at then. But yeah, so I'm going to set it around, probably around chest height, because I'm going to want it to hang pretty low, and I usually have my hang about 30 degrees. So I want my ropes to hang down on around 30 degrees. So all I'm going to do with this, round my tree, and I'm just coming back through there. Yeah, simple as that. Billy, come here. Come here. Come here. I've already lost a little bugger for about best part of 40 minutes before, the little sod chasing something, so keeping my eye on him. I'm going to tie him up in a minute if he carries on. So yeah, a lot of people use straps to protect the trees and what have you. To be fair, I've never really seen any damage, and I've used hammocks hundreds of times, and you know, but you could always put something underneath there if you want. So I've got that here, and then we're going to do exact same thing on the other tree over there. Right, both trees done, same way, just through there, and then as you can see, hanging down, we've just got this paracord knotted every 8-9 inches, whatever you want to do it. That's a shorter one. You could do it every 6 inches if you want. That's a longer one, whatever. So all I'm going to do now, got my hammock, pull my hammock out of this side, and then on this jungle hammock we've just got a small carabiner on that end. And all you can do is you can set this wherever you want, depending on the width of your trees. So I'm going to set it on that one, but it butts up against that knot. Can you see how it's butting up against that knot? So simple as that. Pull it out. Now part of this jungle hammock, the actual bag, is the container for it, so it's fastened to it. So as you pull it out, the bag just stays fastened to it there and just hangs underneath it. So then, as you've pulled your bag out, we'll just walk across to this side. I'm going to hang this on the higher one. Yep. So each hang's going to be different. That's why you need quite a few knots in it, so you can set it up. These trees were a lot wider, or the tree was thicker, or the distance was apart. You might end up on this end, not end one. Back to this other side. So because of the height of that one, I'm going to adjust this one up here. Put this on the first notch. Simple as that. That's your hammock set up, more or less. You can't bloody write it. I've got my bloody water filtering out there. I turn around and Billy's drunk all my bloody water out my pot as it's filtering. A little sod. Anyway, man out, Billy. Go now. A lot of flies about. Right, with these hammocks, and the same as the DD hammocks, you want a couple of pieces, same as a bore drill, fingertips to armpit length, and these are what's going to spread it out. So if I get this piece, fingertips, yep, so I'm going to want it about there. I'll cut that there, so I've got one there, can use that one there. Billy's not impressed with all these flies around here, are you, Billy? 2 pieces. Scrap that. Another piece from there to about here. Yeah. Keep that. One piece there. Two pieces. So we've got 3 pieces, approximately armpit to fingertip. I'll show you what they're for. Right, so your 3 pieces, armpit to fingertip, same as your DD hammocks, for lightweight wise, but obviously you don't want to sleep in it and this net be in your face. So simply, some people can take stuff with them for these, plastic stuff, but you don't need them. Inherently, because of where you're going to be using your tarps, you're going to have plenty of sticks about. So just make sure they've not got any real sharp bits and pieces that are going to pluck your midge net or your mozzie net, and then bang them in like that. 1, 2. It's nice that they have a little bit of give. You can make them slightly shorter. I like them to have a bit of give. and this is just going to give you that bit of room inside your net at night, so you don't feel constricted in any way. Right, next job, I'm going to make a couple of pegs. Little bugger's done it again. He's had me bloody water again. I'm going to end up with about a blooming cupful if I'm lucky. I suppose that's all I need. You got any ideas how to protect your can from your dog nicking your water? Right, so I'm going to have to rattle a couple of pegs up with this. I try and travel light really, even if that means not taking pegs. Depending what sort of environment I'm in. You can make pegs like this, which are dead easy, just branches. Obviously that's where your branch were coming off. Yeah, just cut them off, round them off, shorten the ends. Yeah, a couple of good pegs. Or a nice way of doing them, and I find this is a good way if you know, if you wanted to teach anybody how to make knife work and stuff like that. He says with a cut finger. But yeah, just sharpen both ends. So we'll sharpen this end. Snap that. Put that away. We don't need that for a minute. So we'll sharpen this. Picked a bad spot there, right on a knot. Yep, so get both ends sharpened, that end. That end. It's funny how just having a dodgy finger like that makes everything a bit more harder work. Right, so you've got both ends sharpened. Then look around the middle, so we're going to cut it in, say the middle, yeah. So just do your standard, how you snap any stick. This is going to form your the end of the peg to be driven in, so snap that. Just round each end off. Rounding the ends off also protects it, stops it from splitting. If you are cutting like I'm cutting now with a thumb position, you always make sure your thumb's to the side, so when it comes through it comes like that. You never cut so it's going to go like that. So if I'm cutting, I don't want to cut that into my thumb. I always make sure it's got that gap there. Yeah, so there we are. That's for two pegs basically. Now if I want, you can make a notch in the end. Yeah, so just drive that in. Just your standard notch. Yeah. There, got a decent peg. So two of them. What'll that take me? What, 3 or 4 minutes to knock them two up? Not so long. So next one. Right, let's look at the next bit. Right, tarp wise, this is my old DPM ex-army tarp. Not the lightest in the world or the smallest pack up in the world, but it's not too bad. It's pretty good. I love it. I've hammered it. This tarp's been hammered for years and years, and it's still quality. Bomb proof. Don't know if you can still find them anymore, but yeah, it's a good bit of kit. So I have my Guyline already incorporated on this. So get that out. one end of me line always has a loop in it. Yep, that's always got a loop in it. So to fasten this up now, all I'm going to do, and I'm going to put this a bit higher, this one, well saying that, no, I'm going to put it here, then we can see what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do, I've got a toggle that I made out of that same stick that I made my pegs out of. I'm going to come around the tree, and I'm going to come through here. I could probably put my toggle there. So I'm going to fasten it up, and I'm bringing this one through here, bring it tight, and I put my toggle through there, pull that down, and it's fastened. Simple as that, that's all I do, and that does the job. So looking at it again, I'm coming round, so there's my loop, I'm going to come through my loop, yeah, which pulls it tight, and then I'm going to bring this other loop through there, put my toggle in there, pull that, and that's it. That's that side secured, simple as that. Yeah, there's other ways you can do it, you can put twists in it and other things, but that does the job for me, quick as that. Have a toggle. Around the tree. So on this side, I'll show you closer up. Quick release, so that when you leave it morning, you can just go. I'll bring it down closer. So all we're doing, I'm going round the tree. Yep, so I've got one lap. Goes round the tree. Yep, pull it tight. And then what I'm doing is I'm coming over my guy line. I'm going back round. Over the guy line. Back round. So I'll come back to this side. Yep, and then I'm coming over. Yep, so that's there, and then I'm going to bring this one through here to pull that up. Yep, simple as that. And then just to make sure it's not going to come down in the middle of the night, I'm going to put that through there, tighten it up. There you are. Bob's your uncle. Yeah, Fanny's your aunt. That's that fastened. To take it down at morning, loosen that off, pull that out, boom, it's on its way down. We're then looking at fastening with Guyline up. So I leave these on all the time. This is what you call a prusik. Be loads of information on tying prusiks. It's a big I use it a lot in safety and rescue, or climbing, or caving. Yep. And all it is, yep, it's just a loop like that. Yep. And all you're going to do, there's various ways of tying them. This is the one I use the most. So all I'm doing is unwrapping it, keeping it as neat as I can. I'm going round my ridge line, I think I might have called it a Guyline before, but I'm going round my ridge line, one after the other. Keep doing that, keeping it as neat as I can. You don't need nowhere near as many wraps as this. Half as many wraps as that would do it, but you go round your guy line. Whoops, and then can you see how there's a loop at this end? Yeah, I'm then going to bring this back through there. Yeah, and that way, and now that will lock it off, but I can move it this way, but under tension it's locked. Yeah, so for me now, so I've got my loop, the end of my tarp. Yep, this is what I want to keep rigid, so I'm going to go through there. Yep, I'm just going to put another loop in it there, so that's fastened on. Slacken that off, put it through there. Yep, centre my toggle and then pull that tight there. That's it, and I can adjust that as tight as I want. Yep, so I'll slacken this side off. Tighten this side. Slacken that side. Tighten that side. That's my ridgeline set up. There's loads of different knots you can use for these. For me, I simply just do a clovitch meat onto the top of my peg. You can set up truckers' hitches, but I don't need to keep tensioning it. Or if I want to tension it, I just pull my peg out and shove it back in. So for me, dead quick. It's all about simplicity for me. It's all about doing it quick and simple for me. So a simple clovitch, located on my peg. I pull my peg tight, shove it in. Simple as that. Clovitch on my peg and we're in. So now when you look under, you can see this is hanging to the side. Well, I need to just make them so that they're hanging upright. So a simple way to do it is, depending what you've got, if you've got a guy line running through here, you can fasten it to your guy line. Yeah, so you just fasten it, not your guy line, sorry, your ridge line. Yeah. On this one, I've got a couple of inside attachments. So what I usually do, I'll fasten my middle one up to these two on the sides. So inside, all I've done, yeah, my stick that's going across, and I've just fastened it to these attachments inside. But if you had a ridge line, you quite simply fasten it up to your ridge line. Yeah, you can fasten both ends to your ridge line if you want as well. Fasten that to your ridge line. Yep, or as simple as that, just the middle one still does the job. Now that's the good thing about, if you have your ridge line permanently on like I do when you wrap your tarp up, just leave it on the central loop. Don't have the end loops threaded through all the time. Because when I put it up before, I put it in the wrong orientation, so it was slightly shy on either side, not covering my hammock to the full extent. But because I've only got it fastened on the interior one, on the middle one, you can just undo the ends and spin it round, put it the other way. And the same goes for if you want a lot longer protection, you can put it in a triangular formation. So if you've only got it fastened on your central hoop, it's a lot easier to be able to spin it round. You don't have to start taking your ridge line down or anything like that. Your ridge line can stay up. You just undo your toggles at the end, spin your tarp round, re-peg it out. So like I've just done, I've spun it back round and it's now covering my hammock fully. Dead simple, dead easy. So that's basically how I hang my hammock and tarp. I do occasionally change it round and put a few truckers hitches on the ends, but as a rule no, there's a real clove hitch on my peg, bang my peg in the ground, quick, simple, dead easy. I can put this sort of thing up, get it up and done and dusted in, not so long, 5-10 minutes max, everything sorted more or less. So it's dead easy to do, and yeah, it's good. So once again, thanks Mark for the hammock. I'm going to put it to good use. Cheers fella. If you want to watch a decent YouTuber out there who's committed to the cause and does a fantastic job, does some great reviews on some gear and everything else, and knows his stuff, yeah, tune in to Mark Bailey. But thanks mate. So we'll be keeping in that and see how we get on. But get some scran on now. See if Billy's left me any water, or else we'll have to nip back down to the river. Eh, you little sod, you don't need it filtering, do you? Eh? Do you? He's trying to eat my finger now, eh? Trying to eat my finger. But yeah, thanks for joining us anyway, and Rick T Outdoors Adventure. Come back again sometime, alright? Well, if you fancy it. Right, cheers. Look after yourselves anyway. Ta-ra.